top story, and the Nakuru County government has taken the war over the War Memorial Hospital to another level. There is no longer any sign of the hospital after the gate to it and all signage indicating the location of the hospital were painted over. Despite numerous court orders barring the Nakuru County government from interfering with hospital operations, the county continues to blatantly disregard the orders, leaving the fate of over 300 employees and an unknown number of patients depending on the facility hanging in the balance. Established back in 1921 in honor of those who died during the First World War, the Nakuru War Memorial Limited secured a 99-year lease to operate the facility as a hospital. Well, tonight, NTV's Ruth Samwe looks at the history behind the ownership battle of the private institution that has served the community for over 100 years.
This has for years been the welcome sign to the hospital, the gate clearly labelled. But that has now changed. There is no sign of a hospital anymore after any indication of a hospital here was erased through painting just days after a hostile takeover by the county government. Since independence, the Nakuru War Memorial Hospital operated with ease, serving its patients for tens of decades until October 2023, when service delivery within the hospital was disrupted after the Nakuru County government took over the running of the hospital over alleged unlawful lease renewal. In a notice issued on October 27, 2023, the county indicated to have taken over the management of the hospital as the custodian of public land following the degazettement of the lease title given in the name of Nakuru War Memorial Hospital Limited on May 19, 2023.
That had been given.
According to Samuel Maura, the Nakuru County Secretary, the original lease title was acquired by the Nakuru War Memorial Hospital Trust, which had representatives from the government on its board, and upon its expiry in 2021, the trust had been converted into a private limited under unclear circumstances.
Ownership has always been the name of the company. At one point or another, the directors and shareholders of the hospital had invited government officers to be part of the directorship. At one point, the provincial medical officer used to sit. Of course, after devolution, that seat was no longer there. So all these other rumors that at one time it was owned by the government, it has never. In fact, we are in court and we have told them to bring the slightest evidence of ownership by the government. They have none.
The county further stated that it turned down their request to extend their lease in 2019 because they wanted it to remain as a public facility. Following the move, the institution took the county to court where Nakuru Environment and Lands Court came to the rescue of the hospital by releasing a temporary injunction on October 31st, restraining the county, their employees, servants and or agents from dealing, entering, remaining and carrying out all other unauthorized activities on the land, as well as interfering with the running, operation and activities of the hospital and facilities. There was a return of normalcy at the facility, but only for a short while, because on January 20th this year, 2 directors of the hospital and 3 other individuals were apprehended by DCI officers.
By law, the county government is required to give an okay before any lease is extended or renewed, because public interest takes precedence over private interest. And in the perusal of our document, we saw that there was an attempt to do an application which was declined. And later, and we did supply the media with those documents. It emerged that they had some documents. I think if you went through them, you saw they had issues. And therefore, our complaint was purely based on evaluation and assessment of the documents that were in our custody.
The 5 were charged with 12 counts relating to forgery of land documents after spending the weekend in police custody. County enforcing officers would later be sent to man the hospital gates, where patients seeking services at the facility were turned away, and the officers have remained on site to date. On the morning of January 23rd, the county broke into the hospital, chasing away staff present at the facility and transferring admitted patients to other hospitals, forcefully taking charge of the facility despite the October order barring their interference. On the said day, hospital management ran to court again, and this time, the Nakuru County Police Commander was instructed to oversee the removal of county forces on hospital land and allow the resumption of services at the facility. The Nakuru County government too was cautioned against contempt of court. But on the 26th of January, during the mention of the said case, the county police boss was issued with fresh orders wanting him to oversee the resumption of services at the facility, but that is yet to be seen. Just days after the orders requiring the Nakuru County government to vacate from these premises and allow the hospital management to resume their duties, the hospital gates have been painted concealing the name of the facility in total disregard of the court orders. With the case up for mention tomorrow, the court is expected to give the way forward after it indicated that the Nakuru police boss would be required to appear in court and explain why he has failed to implement the orders 2 times. Ruth Sarmoi, NTV, Nakuru.